Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Rebuild series. Today, this is the last episode of this 2020 Dodge Charger Scat Pack. Basically, the finished business with this vehicle. Of course, it's been almost about 2 months since the whole process of this fix, and it's a kind of a journey to call, and also another learning process for me and for your guys as well. And it was pretty crazy, but also the car looked pretty darn good at the end. So I'm just gonna show you guys the photos that we dropped, the photos that we did. I mean, the photos that show that was some things that we did. We dropped the vehicle off Friday afternoon. It was basically closing time, so we want the customer just to get the car back in his hands, kind of early as possible, because of course it was calling rain on Saturday, and basically I didn't want the whole car to be here on Saturday because it was more hectic on Saturday for other people picking up vehicles as well. So we just wanted to just drop one vehicle off, trying to kill like two birds in one stone, of course. So also, other things as well. You probably see more videos. It's not the end of the channel. We're gonna see more vids, new cars, of course, and some other things as well. But mostly, just really want to focus on the first couple of videos of the YouTube channel. Focus on this Dodge Charge because, oh my god, I just burnt. I'm sorry. Mostly, of course, these vehicles are highly, highly bought out, of course. Even also in salvage auctions, and I know a lot of people have bid almost. I've seen one recently. It's a wide body Charger. That thing's really, really cool. I think I'm going off track, but that thing is already pre-bid by $13,000. How crazy is that? And the auction didn't even start. So let me get back into it. Okay, so basically, of course, this picture shows we removed the passenger seat. Basically, we had to do is we had to, of course, the last thing we had to do is put the airbags, I mean the seatbelts and the belt buckle. So we had to do both sides, the driver side and the passenger side. The rear seats, seatbelts and buckles, they were all fine. They didn't got any damage or anything, but the front sides did. So we had to remove those instantly, of course. One thing was the only painful thing was really just removing the seats. We didn't expect that, but we had to do it because if we're trying to remove the belt buckle, there's no way in hell we gotta move this center console box and take every piece out. So it was pretty simple to take off the seat, of course. The one thing, if you're taking off a Dodge Charger, uh, seatbelts, and you're just replacing all that. Mostly, of course, the driver's side, it's gonna have control. It's gonna have a little control panel on the bottom left of the seat, and you can see you can move the seat up and down. I mean, it's basically front to back, and then you can move the seat rest or something right there. You lay on, kind of. You go up and down, and then you just go side. Well, not side to side, but mostly, of course, you have to remove. That's basically gotta be controlled, and also the one thing, of course, to do this is remove the battery. Of course, disconnect the 12-volt battery, so you don't get shock or anything will explode internally. But of course, this passenger seat, we don't have to be we don't need to be worried about it because the seat rail had a manual manual thing to move the seat back and forward. So it was pretty simple for this side, but the other side wasn't because we had to disconnect and connect the 12-volt battery to move the seat, the driver's seat, front and back. So that's one thing. Of course, it was a special. Basically, is a special set of bolts. Of course, so you had to need a special socket for those things. There's only two of each side, two in the back and front, and two in the front as well, and also two main connectors, and also one main connector for the belt buckle, which would be here. But let's get to the next photo, and this is the front side of the other side of driver side seat as well as being removed. Basically, same thing, but also different because that little panel has the little control knobs that you can just move the seat, which why I did describe a couple of seconds ago. That was a little bit tricky, but still, It was pretty simple to take off the seats. Same process as this one as well. But here is mostly the number one thing that pretty much everyone really wants to see is the rear end of this Charger. And to tell the looks of it, it looks nice. Um, in person, it looks like it never got hit. And literally, the customer who came in, he said it looks like he just bought it off the dealer, and I expected that as well. And none of the people did expect to have this charger to be, exact, but we make it exactly like what he got it from the dealership. So of course, some other things as well. We just kept the stealth. I see a lot of people, also people will see, is they'll always, take off the letterings, take off the letterings, which will say Charger here and then say Dodge on this tail lamp. We're just like, we'll just tell them if he wants them, but the customer said no. So we just left it stealthy and it looks pretty good with only the Scat Pack logo on the bottom right corner of the trunk lid. So it looks nice. It looks beautiful, of course, at its finest. And as well, finally, we removed the lettering, the lettering of the accident with all the markers and sharpies. Well, mostly the white marker that been written here for any police reports, even the other side as well. And other things as well, we did basically sprayed the tail lamps as well. Last time they were wrapped, so we only basically painted on mostly on this area of the tail lamp, not all the way here, because you probably see a whole dark tint, but mostly if you could tell, we did other side, well, mostly this out inner area of the tail lamps, both sides as well. Also, some other things as well. The spoiler has been installed. Pretty simple. The trunk lid had the holes, pre-installed, and basically, it's just really a plug and play. Other things as well that we have to say is also this lip. In the other video, I did explain this thing had chip guard. Basically, had a little bit of damage. Well, not chip guard. Well, chip guard is the one that we use to spray painted this little black lip, and basically to cover also this little piece because it did got damaged, not from the accident, but it was a pretty much a little explanatory that he kind of wanted to fix his first time before the whole big shipping that happened on that February time. Well, yeah, it was in February, the accident. I totally forgot. And some other photos as well showing the lip right here as well. This is painted. It's not a lip. I just call it the lip for some reason, but it looks darn pretty good as well. Yeah, this is the video outside the shop, just showing how how good looking is this car. So of course, this is one thing that I do want to say is it was one of the most not kind of most little bit complicated because unfortunately the one thing that the downsides were was basically parts, and I'm just saying it because the dealerships where we getting the parts, such as the tail lamp, such as the carpet, and such as some other things, we never expected it we expected it to be perfectly taken care of, and but other words, they weren't. One time, one of the tail lamps were pretty broke. One of the tail lamps were broken, and we totally forgot because we just paid it, and we just got the box, and we just didn't touch it before the time we were trying to spray paint it. So, there was more delays as well. Even the carpet that basically covers the tub, the wheel tub where the spare tire is, but basically just a plastic basket for the scat packs. That one's broken too. It was broken in the packaging, of course, and we had to basically wait. So basically, other thing and some other one and one more thing as well that we totally forgot to order is one of the back cover, the little plastic cover that covers the back wall and basically covers and hides the back wall when you open the trunk and you can see it right there. So those some other things that we totally forgot, but good thing is we ordered them, and hopefully they'll be here tomorrow. And basically we'll probably see this car one more time, and just put those things back in, and remove the old ones, and then put the new ones back in, and basically just call it a day. So it's it was a good January, a cool project, and also a really expensive project, but the things that we did right here. It was pretty cool, and hopefully, I give you guys a good entertainment of this series. Of course, it's just many more to come this year. It's many more to come. I never expect the last video hit almost 18 to almost 20 views, so I really, really, really appreciate you guys for all the support. Of course, watching it. Of course, I'm not that really good of explaining, but I promise I'm gonna keep getting better of explaining to you guys some things that we do, and also not jitter my words, and also being a little bit anxious and a little bit nervous as well. And that's pretty much all we have it today, folks. I think pretty much it's already Monday already. It's 12 a.m. So it's crazy. But hope you guys like this video. If you guys do, drop a like and subscribe for more content like this. And I'll see you guys on the next one. See ya.